Hey guys, this is Pharaoh 2091, and welcome back to Let's Play Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. That's when we left off. We started the trial for this case, and, well, the prosecution really got us on the ropes here. They pretty much have decisive evidence pretty much claiming that it was Maki who killed Mr. Latouche, but it just... I can't accept that. No way. So, they wanted contradicting proof that it wasn't him? Well, we have a couple choices here. Either present evidence, call a witness, or we don't have any proof. Well, I will say, I'm not really sure we actually have evidence, per se, to say it wasn't him. However, how about if we actually call someone who knows the person, who knows how Maki really is, you know? And I think I know just the person who might do that for us, so let's call a witness. Prosecutor Gavin? You claim that there was no witnesses to this crime. Are you absolutely sure? Absolutely. I swear it on my career as a prosecutor. And on my million-seller hit song, That One. There he goes again. That's too bad, because there was a witness. Ho-ho! Really now? But how did you come to process knowledge the prosecution clearly does not? Because I am the only one in the world who knows this. He does? Ah, remember the dying words? Ask the Siren, because they're the witness. Supposedly, La Mirar means the siren in Borginese, or whatever. So there you go. So, I mean, this flashback's going to tell us pretty much the gist of what I just said, but I'm just trying to make it go quicker. What? The victim said this before he died? Perhaps he did. Perhaps he did not. What do you mean by that? All we know is that Air Forehead says he said. It's no testimony, especially since it comes from the defense attorney himself. But it's the truth. He said it. I even told you about it. But apparently you ignored me completely. It's my policy to fully investigate everything I deem relevant. Clearly this rookie lawyer thinks he can tell me how to do my job. Oh, really now? That's enough! Mr. Justice, we need clear contradictory proof from you. This witness of yours, unknown to the prosecution. I hope you're right. Failure carries a stiff penalty. Perhaps a stiffer penalty than usual is called for. Ugh, there's no backing out now. Let's hear the name of your witness, Mr. Justice. Well, considering these are all the people in our case at the moment, well, the only one that makes sense would be her. There you go. La Mirar? Recall Mr. Latouche's last words. Damn it, no, I just saw it. Oh, yeah, it's the Siren. Okay. The Siren. Aha! He meant the Siren! That's right, the Siren of the ballad. La Mirar, whatever her name is. She was only on stage for a second set, and she had access to the backstage area. She could have been a witness. I see. Well, Prosecutor Gavin, my claim still stands. There was no witness to this crime. Very well. Let's hear it from the horse's mouth then, shall we? Is she calling her a horse? We will now take a break from Detective Emma Sky's cross-examination. Please show her to the witness stand. She would say nothing tonight of the murder. Not today, though. Today we'll drag that story out of her no matter what it is. Alright. It is my distinct honor to welcome the Siren of the Ballad to our courtroom. You are too kind. And you can speak English! Yes. Yes, I can. Though I am not very good. There is much I do not know. You speak so well! Have you spent time here before? Actually, I do not know how I came by my knowledge of your language, nor where I studied it. What? What does she mean by she doesn't know? I too thought to call her a witness, but I did not. I had a reason, of course. What's that? La Mirar suffers from amnesia. Okay! Amnesia? La Mirar is not my true name. Yet I remember nothing of the time before I was given it. Nothing of the time before I started singing on stage. Whoa! She's even more mysterious than I thought. As lauded singer Lamirar, she lives a good life. There are little difficulties for her, thanks to her success. Yet, I do not wish to subject her to unnecessary stress. I see. I care surprisingly little about people's pasts. You have nothing to fear in this court, lady. Thank you. Yet there's something I do not understand. I am being called as a witness? What might I say? No one will tell me anything of what happened. Let me be frank. I did not want to ask you to be up here and testify. Yet, that young gentleman with the wide forehead over there was adamant that you stand. Oh my! Congratulations, Apollo. You're the bad guy. Ugh. Well, now that you're here, please give us your testimony. If nothing else, the sound of your voice is welcome. Tell us what you saw tonight of the crime. Okay, well, we needed something to go off here, and, well, let's just hear what she has to say. As for what I saw nothing. That night, I was invited to sing on stage, and this I did. I did not return backstage after the second set. Then I was led by the police to Mr. Davis' dressing room, and told to wait there. That was where I learned that something had happened, but I wasn't told the details. I must say, you sound wonderful just testifying. I hope he was too distracted to hear what she was actually saying. There you have it. She saw nothing that night. Now we can pray that the defense has the sense to admit defeat, and refrain from detaining her longer than need be. Wow, you just got better, Apollo. Way to go! Grrr. Very well, Mr. Justice. Keep it short and sweet. She wouldn't talk to me the night of the crime. She must know something. I've got to find out what. Oh, don't worry. I'll figure it out. So, there's actually one statement that kind of stood out there. She says that she did not return to backstage after a second set. However, if you guys remember, we found this little thing at the crime scene. So, how would it have gotten there if she was never backstage after a second set? Explain that one, woman! Objection! I'm sorry, Lemiroir, but I'm having some trouble believing you. You remember this brooch, do you not? Why, that's Lemiroir's. She was wearing it from her song. Care to add that to the testimony prosecutor gave him? What? This brooch was found after the murder took place. At the very scene of the crime. What? Oh, there you go. Lamirar, how did your brooch get backstage if you did not go there yourself? And, as Prosecutor Gavin has just told us, you had been wearing it during your performance that night. Oh, I guess that's her surprise thing. What is the meaning of this? Lamirar, please explain! Lamirar? Beepity boppity. She says English is quite difficult. That trick's not gonna work here. Boppity boopity gibberish. Your forehead may be large, but you are a lawyer, truly. But you have missed one important fact. What now? Gibber symbols. In fact, at the time of the incident, I went backstage, but only for a moment. What? And more symbols and hieroglyphics. Think back to the moment of the crime. You know whereof I speak. Is she really saying all that? What's she talking about, Apollo? Right when the incident occurred... Ah! Is she talking about that? What's that? Oh, that? Maybe? Okay, Woo! This is like the third time I had to watch this flashback. Come on now. Okay, yes, we know this. We all know this. Oh. Okay. Okay. We've seen this. You hear the door close and see anyone going out of it, whatever. I looked into the room. Just a glance, mind you. So this was when your brooch was dropped. That explains that. It does. There was no other time I could have dropped it. But that's ridiculous! You only looked in an instant, but you dropped your brooch? her forehead. She has raised the possibility. The only thing that can counter that is evidence. So she looked in the crime scene. Actually, I intended to go into the dressing room. I knew nothing of what had happened, of course. But the moment I opened the door, I heard a horrible voice. Or Air Forehead shouting, "Who's there?" no doubt. A horrible voice indeed. Ugh. I closed the door immediately. Well, that explains the brooch. Let's return to the testimony. That's too convenient. She's hiding something. Lemuar, you did look into the room, though, right? Yes. Testify as what you saw. Very well, though it was only the briefest of glimpses. So, performance was finished. I went backstage for just a moment. I saw nothing. The late Mr. Latussa's body was behind a wall. Hold on a minute. Let's see. Okay, you know what? Is there a diagram of the... Oh. I guess it would be behind the wall. But still, the thing is, they're giving us the ability to perceive right now, so I'm starting to think that maybe we should just go ahead and do that. Damn it, I pressed the wrong one. No, now I gotta read this. A wall? Was there a wall there? Gibberish is what in English? A division, or a partition, I believe. It was a large dressing room, divided into two halves. And the murder took place in the inside half. I guess that partition might have hidden the body. Okay, now, see, I want to go back and perceive over there. Okay. So, let's take a look around, I guess. Hey! Hey! You guys see that? She's like gulping. It's like she's drinking something. So, I think something's wrong here. Gotcha! The late Mr. Latussa's body, you say? Yes? You know something more about Mr. Latussa's death than you are saying. What? I could see you trying not to remember, but the effort made you swallow. You can't fool my eyes. It is true. It was so terrible after all. Why did Mr. Latussa have to be shot? One moment, Lemuar. Yes? What was that you just said? Why did Mr. Latussa have to be shot? Yes? She was hiding something. I knew it! Lemuar, I'm afraid you haven't realized it yet, but your words just now contradict your testimony. Eh? But how could that be? Take this! Lemuar contradicted her own testimony. I have the evidence to prove it. And I believe that would be the request? So what's in here? To ensure the efficiency and accuracy of the investigation, bearers are hereby ordered to speak to no one else in the investigation. So yeah, this pretty much states that we can't talk to anyone about any of the details. And she said she didn't know any of the details, but she just said a detail. So it's like, lady, contradiction. Tell me, Lemuar, how did you know that he had been shot? Well, immediately following the incident, a gag order was placed on the scene. This is the document proving that. In your testimony, you told the court that no one told me anything about the incident. Furthermore, you testified that you had seen nothing. Yet you knew that Mr. Latussa had been shot. How could you have known? York! What? Well, I got her. Can't hide anything from me. Lemuar! You aren't hiding something from this court, I hope. Aww. Now I feel bad yelling at her. That sweet song of hers is sounding a little bit too sweet. Oh, now remember. Please, allow me to add to my testimony. Of course. All we want to know is the truth. She looks kind of pale, huh? She saw something. I know it. Even the victim said so. Okay, so now she says that she saw bullet holes in the wall and knew Mr. Latus's body had been shot. Now, wait a minute. Let's take a look at the diagram again. So, she saw bullet holes in the wall, right? I don't see how that's possible. Because, I want you guys to pay attention. The diagram shows you how doors open. You can see that it swings open from left to right. So the door will be hiding those red X's, which are the bullet holes. So she only peeked in the room real quick. There's no way she would be able to see that. She's lying again. Lemuel, they call you the Siren of the ballad, but lies are hardly becoming of such a creature. A put-down worthy of our prosecutor, Mr. Justice. Such put-downs are hardly becoming of you, Apollo. Stop polishing your forehead and stop polishing your character, yeah? Come on, can't that be cool for once? Observe the diagram. Lemuel, you looked in from the door for just a moment, correct? Yes, that is so. There were bullet holes in the room, yes? But they were in the wall the door is on. You see? Assuming you merely glanced into the room, you couldn't have seen those bullet holes. York, again. Or E-York, whatever. Lemuel. Yes. I'm afraid the defense has raised a good point. It appears you have been holding back something. And I must tell you? I must tell you what it is that I saw? Yes. The happenings in this trial are being recorded. And I'm certain it will be on the news in Virginia. You understand your reputation is at stake. It falls to you to avoid tarnishing it. Personally speaking, I still believe that cross-examining her will yield us absolutely nothing. But she knew how Mr. Latus died, and he named her a witness. You must have seen something, Lemuel. Very well. Lemuel, please continue your testimony. Very well, I shall. However, she won't be continuing it until next time, guys. So, as usual, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for Let's Play Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. I'll see you guys later.